The freedom fighter, that is Nigel Farage, joining us as always, only here on Paul Murray Live, and he's joining us from London. So Donald Trump, he is sweeping the field. He will be the Republican nominee, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And I was in Iowa, and it was fascinating. All the big money, all the global businesses backing Haley, 2/3 of the elected local Iowan politicians backing DeSantis. And there I was in a gymnasium of a school in a little suburb of Des Moines. And they arrived, the 4x4s coming through the snowdrifts. It was 28 degrees below freezing, and they arrived to put their votes in for Donald Trump. And it shows you America, through its open primaries, still has a vibrant democracy. He won by a record margin. He's gone on to win emphatically in New Hampshire. And not only is he winning, but I got to tell you, he is in the most terrific humour. You know, he was funny, he was self-deprecating, and all over the world. I mean, you know, when you see, even at Davos, where you see Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan saying, you know what, we need to listen to this man. He's been right about some big things. You think, wow, something amazing is happening here. I really enjoyed being there last week, and I'm going to go back regularly over the next few months.
Yeah, well, look, I look forward to meeting you somewhere on the trail, because it's going to be fun to watch this year. Also, this was Donald Trump giving a bit of a shout out to our Nigel. Have a look at this. This was in Iowa.
Is that Nigel Farage, by the way? Oh, you stand up, will you? I'm just looking at this handsome guy. He's been a backer of mine from day one. I think go Brexit, very non-controversial. And you've been right. They haven't implemented too well, but you've been right. No, we're big fans. Thank you, Nigel. It's really an honor to have you here. Great. You look great. I love these suits. You know, they know how to dress over there.
I'll get to your future in UK politics in a moment, but it's always fun to see those little shout outs. And also, I've got to say, and I love, because it sends, you know, political people crazy, that he wears the hats, that he talks about people's dresses, that he makes the little sounds, all these things that they say so desperately unpresidential. The reality is, this is not very complicated to work out. Millions of people in the United States, and by extension around the world, but certainly in the United States, they have copped it from their families since 2015 for backing this bloke. There's unfinished business, and they're not going to break up with him. So when we get to Nikki Haley's home state of South Carolina in a few weeks, the former governor is going to be embarrassed.
Oh, it's going to be humiliating. I mean, you know, she's been a very successful politician. I mean, becoming the governor, the role she took on at the UN, she's got a very successful career. I just wonder what the hell she's doing, because if she thinks in 2028 she's going to be the nominee, well, she's actually, I think, upsetting many of the grassroots by needlessly carrying on with this campaign. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's a waste of time and money. And I think Trump is right. The Republicans now need to unite, start fighting together, and beat Biden big time in this election. And it isn't just America that needs this. Crikey, it's the world that needs it, because goodness me, we are in the most parlous state of international military relations we've been probably in both of our lifetimes.
But we certainly know what the playbook's going to be from the media and from Joe Biden, which is end of democracy, scariest stuff ever, the bull's back in the China shop, and we still haven't even rebuilt it over the last 4 years. To some degree, that was successful in the midterms. Why won't that be just as successful as it was, say, in and around 2020? What do you think Trump can do that will overcome this blitzkrieg of sort of end of the world stuff that's going to come from Biden and his mates?
Well, if you're a fair-minded person, you listen to Biden saying Trump is the end of democracy, yet you see a highly politicised judiciary now putting 91 potential criminal charges against a former president of the USA. So to anybody fair-minded, the attack on democracy is the politicisation of the judiciary. I mean, look, Putin's opponent, Navalny, is now in prison in the Gulag, right, out in Siberia. That's effectively what Biden is trying to do to Trump. The other thing that's important here, and again, Jamie Dimon picked up on this, is people are saying, crikey, this man in 2016 was warning us about the southern border. Was saying if we don't do something, with our southern border. We're in for a major problem. Well, boy, he was right. This man said, if we go soft on policing in America's cities, if we start defunding the police, it'll lead to a massive increase in homicide rates. Well, look at what's happened to American cities. And on the world stage, it was Trump almost alone that warned the West about China's bad intentions, warned the West that we needed strong leadership. And what have we seen? We've seen the Taliban take back Kabul. We've seen Putin invade Ukraine, and China become ever more bellicose about Taiwan. One of the reasons this campaign has got the incredible momentum that it's got is people are saying, you know what? This guy has been right.
Now, we'll talk UK politics a little bit later. In a second, we'll have a chat to Dave Rubin, of course, our favourite Gen Xer. But as always, you can find Nigel on the Flash app here in Australia, over YouTube and all the rest of it of his GB News show. Nigel Farage, thanks very much.
Thank you.